It started with a flyer that said, "Earn $10,000 in one day. No experience needed." I called the number, and a mysterious voice said, "We've been waiting for someone like you." The clinic was located in a mysterious alley, its sign glowing like it didn't want to be seen. The doctor welcomed me with a smile that didn't reach his eyes. He said, "You're perfect subject for this." He did not tell me nothing, just handed me a contract. "Sign here, and your life will change forever." I hesitated, but the cash was too big to refuse. I signed, not realizing what I was agreeing to. The room was cold and chilly. The air smelt of chemicals and something metallic. The doctor told me to lie down, holding a syringe filled with a glowing blue liquid. I felt the needle prick, and the liquid burned my insides as it entered my veins. I asked, "What is this?" He replied, "Progress." His voice was distorted as my vision blurred and the room spun. I woke up hours later. My body was tingling and my mind racing with thoughts that weren't mine. The doctor asked, "How do you feel?" His pen writing notes furiously as I struggled to speak. I said, "Different," my voice echoing strangely, like it was coming from somewhere else. He smiled and said, "Excellent. That means it's working." And he handed me an envelope full of money as promised. I left the clinic, but something felt strange, like I was being watched, even in the empty streets. Back at my place, I noticed my reflection. My eyes and skin were glowing, under light. I tried to sleep, but the whispers started. They were soft at first, then louder, filling my mind with chaos. The voices said, "You are not alone. We are here with you," their tone both comforting and terrifying. I came back to the clinic demanding answers, but it was empty, like it had never been here. A note lay on the table. "You're the first. Find the others. They're waiting for you." The whispers guided me to an abandoned warehouse, where shadows moved in the corners. "Welcome," a voice said, and a strange figure stepped into the light, their eyes glowing like mine. "We've been waiting for you," they said, their voice echoing with an unnatural harmony. I realized then that the doctor's experiment wasn't about money, it was about creating something new. The others surrounded me, their energy combining with mine, creating a force I couldn't understand. "What are we?" I asked, my voice trembling with both fear and amazement. "The next step," they replied, their voices blending into one. "Humanity's evolution has begun." I felt a surge of power, my body glowing brighter as the energy within me grew. But with power came fear of what we were becoming and what we'd leave behind. The doctor watched from the shadows, his face a mix of pride and regret. He whispered, "I'm sorry." I turned to him, and while locking eyes with him, I said, "You made us. Now deal with the consequences." He nodded with tears in his eyes as we walked away, ready to face the world as something new. The whispers grew louder, guiding us toward a future we couldn't yet understand but were destined for. We weren't human anymore, but we weren't monsters either. We were something in between. The world would fear us, hunt us, but they couldn't stop what was already set in motion. The doctor's experiment had completely changed me, but it was only the beginning of humanity's biggest transformation. As we walked into the horizon, our glowing bodies faded into the light of a new dawn. What is the meaning of evolution? Is it really necessary for us to evolve? The whispers led us to a hidden facility where more experiments on people like us were being conducted. We discovered files that explained the doctor's plans, a new race of beings designed to replace humanity. I said, "We have to stop him," but the others hesitated. They were not sure if we should interfere. The doctor appeared on a monitor with his serious face and said, "You were never meant to know this." I questioned him. "Why us? Why did you do this?" My voice shaking with anger and confusion. He replied, "Because humanity is flawed. I wanted to create something far better and perfect." I shouted at him and said, "We're not perfect. We're just different, and that's not something you can control." The facility began to self-destruct, alarms ringing as the doctor's image faded from the screen. We escaped just in time. The facility collapsed behind us in a devastating explosion. The doctor was gone, but his legacy remained in us, the ones he'd created to replace humanity. We stood together, our glowing bodies disappearing into the light of a new dawn, ready to face what lies ahead. I thought once again, what is the meaning of evolution? Is it really necessary?